So I'm one of the voices behind Al-Ma'arif School song, and it's actually a song that we sing every Monday during the assembly after National Anthem, and it's a song that we all Al-Ma'arif students sing with so much pride. Assalamualaikum. My name is Amalina Nasir, and I was a student of Madrasah Al-Ma'arif Al-Islamiah from 2001 to 2012. It's really a place of a lot of hands-on activity, and it's a really good break from the classroom setting. So whenever our science teachers would say that, okay, today's class will be in the science lab, me and my friends would be really very happy and excited. The best and the highlight would be when my friends and I represented Madrasah Al-Ma'arif in a National Malay Debate Championship called Bahas 5pm. We entered twice. In 2011, in Pre-University 1, we entered and we fell short in semi-finals. But the year after, in 2012, our former principal actually approached us and wanted us to join the competition again. And I felt that gesture really showed how much she believed in our potential, in our talent to win the competition. And Alhamdulillah, in 2012, we emerged champion against Victoria Junior College. For Ukhrawi subject, I would say my favorite subject would be Usul Fiqh, and it was taught by Ustazah Lan. I believe through the subject, we learn a lot of the various religious rulings that we have today, the history behind it, how did several religious rulings change during certain period of time, and I guess the different, what I would call as frameworks that our scholars use to solve certain issues. I think my madrasah has shaped me to be a very resilient person, a go-getter, a very determined young Muslim woman, as well as, at the same time, religiously grounded. And one of the things I do is to empower youth from different backgrounds. And I think it always reminds me of the hadith that we are taught in madrasah, and constantly reminded that the best amongst us are those who bring benefit to others. In addition to that, in madrasah, we are taught that we should not allow others to put ceilings to our achievements. We are not bounded to what people think, and despite the humble resources and amenities, the sky is really the limit. Last year, I was invited by the Australian government, by the Australian National Intelligence Department, to speak at the Global Terrorism Conference 2019. So I was on a panel on a Southeast Asia terrorism expert panel. Little did I know that I was the only Muslim in the entire conference. But what struck me the most was at the end of my presentation, during the Q&A, there was an officer from the Australian department who raised a question on an ideological matter, counter-ideological matter, which required an understanding of hadith as well as academic and hard security understanding. So I think at that point when he was asking the question, me and my other co-panelists were looking at each other, and I took a quick scan in the entire room and I realized that I was the only Muslim, and that would mean that I was the only one in the position to respond to that particular answer, to that particular question. And true enough, it reminded me that just before I left for the conference, my supervisor said that, Amalina, anyone can be an analyst. In that particular conference, everyone is an analyst. But what sets you apart is your ability to tackle religious and counter-ideological questions. And true enough, when that question arose, I took it upon my stride. So I elucidated the hadith and how it has been exploited by extremists and terrorist organizations like the Islamic State. Our madrasah is our legacy, let's continue to support our madrasah. Donate via ourmadrasah.sg.